Hi there, Julia here. So I wanted to just take a few minutes and discuss how to work with a plant as an ally. So I post these weekly herbal ally videos where I highlight a different plant and we talk about some of the ways that you can work with it. But I wanted to really just go in more of a general sense of how to create kinship and connection with plants. So I really like to think of it similarly to making new human friends, right? So you don't just walk up to a human and say, "Hey, what are you good for?" Right? You more kind of develop a relationship. You come in humble and with respect and just try to get to know the person first. And then once you get to know kind of their aspects, you don't just call them up anytime you need something, right? There's times that they need something from you, times that you need something from them, and times you just want to hang out and spend together and not really be, having a goal necessarily, except to just spend time with that person. And so it's really nice to do the same thing with plants. So when I'm getting to know a new plant, I like to go up to it and introduce myself. Maybe give it an offering of some sort. A lot of things I like to give are like dried tobacco or cornmeal or really anything heartfelt, anything that means something to you that shows like, here, I'm giving this to you with my gratitude, with my respect. Another way you can do an offering is to sit with the plant, and I like to give Reiki to the plants. So I put my hands either on the plant or on the earth around the plant. So if you're Reiki trained or have any experience with that, you can do that. Reiki is essentially sending high vibrational love. So even if you're not Reiki trained, you can just put your hands on the plant or on the earth around it and just send love and gratitude to that plant. And it will feel your vibration and your presence, and it will receive in that way. So that's a really beautiful way to connect and give energy back to the plant. It's really nice to just spend time with the plant without an agenda, so to speak. So just sitting with the plant, admiring it, noticing its tendencies. Does it like the sun? Does it like the shade? What time of year does it grow? When does it bloom? Those types of things. And to just sit with the plant and notice. It's really nice to sit with plants, and if you have any questions that you want, you can start to kind of have a communication with the plant. So some people like to do shamanic journeys or journey work in general, and you can journey to the plant, to the spirit of the plant, but you can also just sit with the plant and ask, do you have anything that you would like to share with me? Any ways that you want me to work with you, or ways that I can benefit from you, or things that you're good at? And you kind of just sit with the plant and quiet your mind and wait until you receive something. And as you try and build these intuitive kind of muscles that we have, it's important to just know that when you do hear something, or when you think something, if something might just pop into your head, that's really what you're receiving. And you'll learn to discern as you do it more. Hi, honey. You'll learn to discern what's you, what's your ego, those types of things. But usually if something just pops into your head, that is the message. That's the answer. Another way that you can work with plants is to, of course, ask their permission. And if they give their permission for you to trim some of their leaves or flowers or whatever, you can trim some of their plants and place them on your altar. And you can meditate with the plants. It's really nice to just sit with the plants, to put them on your body if they're a plant that doesn't affect your skin or irritate you. It's also really nice to sleep with plants and to dream with them. So you might put them next to your bed or sleep with them under your pillow, or again, just on your body or in your hand, and invite them to come into your dreamtime space. Invite them to give you healing or to teach you or work with you in your dreamtime space, where things can really just bypass the rational brain, and you can just know and trust with all of your heart that you are receiving and communing with this plant in some kind of way that, again, you don't necessarily need to understand with your rational brain, right? it's really nice to, going back to reciprocity with the plants, to work with the plants and tend to them in some kind of way. So whether that's pulling weeds, or I don't really like that word, but pulling unwanted plants that might be crowding the plant that you're working with, or deadheading the plant, or trimming off parts of the plant that are kind of old growth so that the plant can put all of its energy into new growth and have more space for its new growth. Kind of common farming, gardening techniques really help to replenish the plant so that it can really just focus on what it needs to. And when you start to spend time with a plant in any of these ways, you really start to develop a relationship so that you can go to that plant when you do need something, and you have an established relationship with this plant. You know, it's okay if I work with this plant and ask for help because we're friends now, right? It's okay to call them up and see if it can help you when you need something. So again, it's really just important to have a nice foundation to work with these plants with, and to just come in a humble way, not in a way that's like, hey, I'm a human, you're a plant, I'm going to cut you when I want you, I'm going to cut you when I need you, you're going to help me. But it's more reciprocity, it's more give and take. You're there for the plant to tend to it in ways that it can't really itself, right? It might need a little help like that, and then it can help you. It also is just okay to work with the plants when you need them, because when we call upon the plants in this way and ask their permission, we're actually helping them to fulfill their evolutionary purpose. So it's really a win-win for everyone. I hope this cleared up any questions or things that you were maybe wondering about how you can deepen your relationship with the plants. If you have any questions, as always, please just comment below or message me. If you have any plants that you are looking for more information on or wanting me to highlight, please just let me know. I'm happy to go in that direction as needed. Thank you. Have a great rest of your day. Bye-bye.